Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Alexandria Senior High Trojans Walk-On Night. Glad to have everybody tonight. Let's give a round of applause for everybody here. Doug, we want to thank you for having us here tonight. Looking forward to a great night where we get to talk to some of the athletes and just go over some of the season's success stories and the championship runs and all of that. Daddy. You want to say hi? Tell everybody hey.
Hey.
Say hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Say go Trojans.
Go Trojans.
Say go Trojans.
Go Trojans.
You can't hear nothing. Y'all go sit with Mama.
Coach, again, we want to welcome everybody out tonight to the state championship celebration, the district championship celebration, the regional championship celebration, and just a tremendous night that it's going to be. Do want to thank Chris and the folks here at Walk-Ons and everybody that's made it out. Again, the appetizers here for the kids that are there, and we know as much as you work them out, they're probably pretty hungry.
Yeah, absolutely. They're excited about not being with me and me not holding my thumb over them tonight with eating the fried food and all of that stuff.
I can imagine there's not a lot of that during the season.
No, there's not. Well, at least I try to discourage them from doing it. I think some of them sneak and do it anyway.
Well, Coach, let's set up the way the night's going to go. A tremendous crowd that is in here tonight. Of course, it spilled over from the inside to the outside. When they posted it, they talked about packing the patio. This is a patio area. It spilled out onto the garden area that's out there. And it's one of the biggest crowds that we've seen out here. And they are celebrating such a tremendous event like that girls' state championship, like the regional championships for boys and girls, and the District 2-5A, which has always been a tough one. And we know there were a lot of individual champions as well. But let's take it back to a year ago and set the tone. Who did you have coming back? What was your outlook on this season? And did you have a thought that there'd be a possibility for a state title?
Well, when we walked off of LSU's track last year at the state track meet, the young ladies knew that we had enough coming back. We didn't lose much, and we knew that we had an opportunity to win the state track meet. If we went to work, came back, we stayed healthy, we always knew that there was that opportunity. But in all of that, it makes it so much harder because you have to try to stay healthy. You have to try to stay locked in on your training and all of that. So these young ladies knew it, and to their credit, they went to work and allowed themselves to be in a position to win the state track meet when it was time.
And a lot goes into that, too, getting qualified and getting in there, because it turns into a points thing. You've almost got to have a math degree to figure out where it's going to be. So some of the events that you looked forward to in this, that you said, you know what, we got a shot here.
Yeah, so going into the state track meet, now we ran into a lot of adversity at regionals with the rain and the thunderstorm and the delays and all of that stuff.
You sure did. That last day was a mess.
But for the most part, we got everybody through that we wanted to get through, with the exception of one or two. And so when we got to state, we knew that we had a solid opportunity because we had several people in positions to be standing on the podium winning a gold medal at the end of the day. And so our saying going in was, let our 10s be 10s.
Right.
And meaning, if we go in ranked as the number one seed and the favorite to win the gold, that we wanted to come out and win that gold. And so we did that in almost every situation. The only situations that we did not get what we wanted to get were the people who had to go inside, and there was a change of surface and a change of, our kids were ready to go compete in the rain,
Right.
But when they changed it inside, it just changed, there's different surface, everything's different about being inside rather than outside.
Well, tell me about that mindset a little bit too, and what is the difference in in indoor and outdoor on there, because you're right. I mean, if you're ready and you see the elements and know that it's coming on and they're ready and say, wait a minute, because I got to believe that these gals get zoned in and they're ready for one thing and it's got to change.
Yeah, so the surface for the throwing of shot put is different. The runways are different, being on the inside. The atmosphere is different, it's more congested. Now, the coaches don't have much access to you inside or outside, but right. you compete outdoor, throughout the outdoor season, and then all of a sudden, because of, the things that are out of our control, you have to go inside. It's just a different thing. So with throwing, the indoor surface for shot put was a lot slicker than the outdoor surface, being on a concrete pad. The indoor surface is just more slicker. We talked about it after the indoor meet. They couldn't get their footing right, and so dealing with that was some of the reason why things didn't work out the way we wanted to work out on the boys' side. He just as explosive. Coach OJ said it a few times. As explosive as Carter is, he couldn't get his footing that he wanted to get on the inside. And
look, that's I know nobody was more upset than Carter on that
Absolutely.
If it's not working out, because he's a pure competitor, and that's what makes him successful in every sport that he participates in too. Every time that we would get out for baseball and come around there, there's always folks that are out there working on there too. What is the process of going through a training session? Because we're more familiar with baseball practice or football practice or whatever
right.
it is, and this is more individualized that they've got to do to a point. So what goes into your workouts to get ready for things like this?
Well, it first starts with numerous different coaches.
Right.
You have a coach that's responsible for the distance discipline of track. You got a coach that's responsible for the sprint and the hurdles and that type of discipline. Jumps, throws, all of that is, and different throws, pole vault. So you have all these different areas that split up throughout the course of a day and through a training session. And you have to get all those areas trained up. We've been so fortunate to have some coaches that are also parents that volunteer and coach. We have Coach OJ, we have Coach Hamilton that came with us last year, and he's just been incredible in learning the distance. He's never ran distance. Coach Hamilton played O-line for me.
He was an O-lineman
in high school.
I think the distance was 10 yards. It's probably – go, Coach, sorry about that.
That's right. But he runs now he's an avid runner now, but he's taking that on, and learned. And just so much goes into the planning of each and every discipline in track and field. And so it's a credit that goes to our coaching staff in that, and our parents and community, because they work so well together and coming in and getting our kids prepared to go compete at the highest level.
All right, so take us through some of the champions that you had. And Wilson, we can start at the regional level on there too, because the district level certainly was a great one. But let's move it for time to the regionals, and then we'll talk about some individual state titles as well.
Right. So at Rainey Regionals, I'll go through it. Starting with the field events, we had the champion on the boys' side in shot put and discus and Carter. We had the Terrio end up getting fourth at regionals in the shot put, so he was one place out of making it.
Right.
We got Noelle, who was the champion in triple jump. She got second in long jump. Devin, I think, was fourth as well, and didn't get out. She was one spot out. We had the javelin champion in Bria Tejada on the girls' side. We had Nyla Stewart, who was the champion in the discus. Alyssa Skipper was the second place finisher in the shot put in regionals on the field. And then when we go to the sprints and the running, we had the 4x8 team got out. We had the 100-meter dash. We had two that got out in the girls' side, Amari Dupart and Janaya Gray, that got out of the girls in the 100. We had in the 4x2, our girls were the number one seed. They got out with the gold. 4x1, we got out with the gold. The 400, Jamaria Bird got edged out last minute in the 400, so she was the fourth place finisher. 300 hurdles, we had a young lady and a young man who qualified for state. In the 200, we had a young lady, Janai Gray, that qualified for state, and then the girls 4x4 and the boys 4x4 got fourth and didn't make it. But man, it was a very, very, very valiant effort.
Look, a lot of those names that you call out, you hear our names are other athletes on there too. So it's the age-old question that's on there, and people that say, well, I only want to do this.
Right.
And these coaches are saying, look, you need to build different things. Or is it track kids playing other sports, or other sports running track, or is it some combination therein?
So we talked about this a little bit at our awards. We just had our award ceremony at the high school. And on the girls' side, you run into most of the girls are track first athletes.
Right.
Most of the girls that we have. Some of them play basketball. Some of them do soccer. Some of them participate in volleyball and other things like that. But for the most part, the girls' track is their number one. On the boys' side, you have a lot of kids that are football first or basketball first, and they all all come and run on the during track season, obviously. And a lot of it is training and trying to become a better athlete, but as well as a lot of these young men competed with the summer track program that we started here in Alexandria or in Sinla about 5 or 6 years ago. So they're track athletes, but they also major in other sports. So
as a football coach, as a track coach, do you encourage you guys to go into that?
Yeah, I think if you just run 365 days out of the year, I think you miss out on some things that'll work some other parts of you being an athlete.
Right.
And then I think sometimes you need to hear another voice other than Coach Free, telling you, hey, we got 400s on Monday or this, that, and the third. Like, I think you need to hear other people. You need to hear another coaching style. You need to, all of those things play a part. Learning how to be a great teammate. The more teams you're on, the better opportunity you have to be a great teammate. So I think all of those things are huge.
Well, I absolutely love it. And tremendous crowd. Again, we are celebrating the state championship for the girls, the regional champion for the boys, and the girls district championships as well. I know they're settling in and eating and doing those things. But I saw a lot of medals make their way in here too. So if you want, we could start working on some of the athletes and getting them up here, and we'll do that.
All right, we will do that.
We'll do that. We're going to step aside just for a moment. Don't go anywhere. We're going to get some of the athletes up here. It is Pack the Patio night. We are celebrating the championship effort by the girls and boys track and field teams out here at Walk-Ons.
Tony say order her food. You want to move? Okay, that's what I said. Mari,
And we are back here on Walk-Ons. Well, I almost messed up my whole Walk-Ons introduction on there, Coach, because after a lot of years of the other introduction that we do in the fall, this is it. But
Right.
Congratulations again on the state championship, the girls' state championship. And you've got one of those state champions with us. Brielle Tejada is here, state champion in the javelin. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations and welcome.
Thank you.
Coach, tell us a little bit about Brielle.
All right, so Brielle is a awesome, phenomenal, one of the best in the nation softball player. And so sophomore year,
Yes, sir.
Brielle came out and threw javelin for us and threw really, really well. What place you come in javelin?
Sophomore year was 4th place.
She came in 4th place her sophomore year.
And that's the first time you had thrown? You just started throwing?
Yes, sir.
What was it about the javelin? You said, look, I've got a pretty good arm. I think I can do this?
Well, to be honest, I had stopped playing softball for Ash,
Right.
and one day I was at the vending machine, and Coach Free walked up to me, and he was like, hey, Bree, we're looking for a javelin thrower. So I was a little iffy at first, but then, I gave it a shot, and I tried, and I ended up liking it.
Look, it looked like it turned out pretty well for you, too.
It did.
Is there any, I know you're going to college to play softball. Is there any opportunity to throw in college, or is that one just no?
I would say no, because softball and javelin are in the same season.
I got you. Well, then, look, it's easier to do on the high school level, too.
It is.
All right, so it's transitioned from there to where you're at now. When it clicked and you started doing it and you had that fourth place finish, what was it that said, okay, I want to learn technique now and I want to get bigger and stronger and do these? What was it that clicked?
Well, it was just a disappointment that I knew I could have won from state sophomore year. So I took all of that and I channeled it into my junior year, which, I mean, I had my ups and downs in junior year, but after junior year, I had the mindset that I wanted to go back to state and actually conquer what I wanted.
Look, do you think that's just I'm going to fix this a little bit. Do you think that's just the competitor in you that might have lost me? Nope, there we go. I'm back. Hold on a second. Nothing like a little live TV there or whatever we have. So anyway, the question was, do you think that just your competitive nature is what said, you know what, I'm not going to quit this. I'm going to get to where I want to be?
Yes, sir. I feel like that is what happened. And I just didn't want to go out and just know that I could do better for myself. So I wanted to come and win a state championship.
Who pushed you harder, yourself or coach?
Well, honestly, I feel like it was equal. You know, we both wanted it for myself, and, you know, we both worked hard to get to the point that we were, so.
I got you. Coach, tell me a little bit more about it. You were locked in there at Javelin. You knew you didn't have any issues there.
Yeah, so Brielle came in off of the tail of Alexis, Guillory,
Right.
who was a great thrower for us, her dad being our javelin coach. And so once she left, those are big shoes to fill. And so when I caught wind that Brielle was not playing softball, this was after the fact, and I seen her at the Coke machine. All the kids will tell you that I am always looking for talent in the hallways.
Recruit
if I
the
can
hallways,
find it.
that's
Absolutely.
right.
And so that's what made me, reach out to her, just because, for one, I wanted to see if she could help the team, but for two, I wanted her to stay active. I wanted her to stay involved. The high school experience is a great experience, especially when you're involved in things. And so I know she was an amazing young lady, and so what better fit was it to come out and we help each other.
All right, so we know the mental game that it is. All of the rain that's down there. What's going through your mind when all of that, when things got moved around?
Well, I was kind of frustrated at first, but I didn't let it affect me because, I'm a competitor, and I just used it to my advantage because I know, like, most of the athletes out there, they were going to be worried about the rain and, like, all the other things. So I just took it to my advantage, and I did my best.
Look, I absolutely love that. Okay, long day that it was. They're calling out the names. You guys knew, I think you had the point-wise, that you were going to be there. What's that feeling when you get on the podium?
It's really undescribable. It's just very exciting to know that, I put those points into a state championship. And amongst all the girl athletes, like, I'm very proud of them. And, I mean, that was our goal for this season, to win a state championship. So
You get through district, you get through regionals. I don't think there was anything other than a state title that was on your minds. Is that?
yes, sir.
Look, I absolutely love it. Congratulations on the effort there. Memory out of high school, does this rank right up there with the best ones, or is there a different one?
Most definitely. Not everybody gets to, feel the feeling of being a state championship. And, I won in javelin, and we all won as a whole for the girls. So, I mean, I feel like that's an undescribable feeling.
Look, I just love the wisdom that's in there too. Coach, it was, the state championship was nice as an individual, but it's that team and contributing to it, and I think that's what it makes you successful.
Yes, sir.
Coach, last words for her?
Yeah, you know what? I do want to say I get the privilege, and I know you don't know this. I get the privilege of stoking the flame between her and her sister for the next 4 years, and so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a fun thing. I really appreciate Brielle because if I'm being honest, Brielle could have said, no, I'm gonna get ready for going to Georgia, and I'm not gonna throw, And we had a conversation, and she was like, "No, Coach, I'll throw. Let's get our schedules together and let's work this out." And so she didn't throw like every week, which probably worked in her favor
right
at the end of the season. But She came on and she did exactly what she said she wanted to do. And there were a lot of times when I would look up and Brielle was out there and she'd have her two friends carrying her javelins and she was out there training on her own. So that intrinsic motivation was huge.
I absolutely,
huge for our team.
Absolutely love it. And so your sister's coming up. She's going to be a freshman next year.
She is.
How's the Thanksgiving Day battles out there in the backyard? Who's the more competitive, and who gets the better of who?
I say based off of the way that we've, came up, I feel like we're both competitive.
Right. You're being so polite too. Y'all get after it, don't you?
We do.
Absolutely.
Sometimes one person has to lose,
That's right.
But I feel like we're both competitive and we're good at different things. So
look, I love it. I know it's track and field, and we're gonna let you go with this one too. Excited about your move over to Georgia and what you're gonna do there. They grabbed a couple of real good ones out of the state of Louisiana. You're going over there. Kenzie's going over there.
Yes.
What is it about Georgia that said, you know what, this is where we want to go? And do you and Kenzie talk?
yes, we do. I feel like I could speak for me and Kenzie. I feel like Georgia just felt like home away from home. It had an amazing atmosphere. They just built a new softball facility. It is wonderful. The coaches, they're top tier.
You have a Go Dogs in you yet?
Go Dogs.
There you have it. Guys, we'll be back. We're cycling through Brielle Tejada, state champion in the javelin individual and part of that state championship girls team. So congratulations, Brielle.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And we are back enjoying ourselves here at the state championship and district and regional championships out. I got a state champion off of the boys' side and very familiar to this program, and Carter Yvette joins us. Carter, welcome.
Hey.
Hey, that's it. Here, turn the mic up a little bit more to you. There you go. All right, now pretend like you're out there at football practice and you got to get vocal on there so everybody out there can hear you. But again, congratulations on a tremendous year.
So thank you.
Look, I know that nobody's tougher on you than you on that second on there, which anybody around looks at and says, man, that's really good on there. But I know it just gives you a little bit more drive.
Yes, sir. It does. Everyone out there helping me, I wouldn't be able to do it without anyone.
So
All
first place in discus, state championship in discus, and second place in shot put. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Coach, your thoughts on Carter is we'll get your thoughts on each of the athletes that come up.
Yeah, well, man, it's so much you can say about this kid. So Hunter, his brother,
right,
played for me as an offensive lineman, and he also threw shot and discus when he was in high school. And by the end of his journey with us, you know, he broke the school record, won state his senior year, and really set the tone.
But that didn't last long.
It didn't last long.
Right.
It did not last long. But what he, imparted into Carter, was part of the reason why Carter has been able to be as successful as he is. And I know Carter's not super loud and outspoken, but if you go over there and you watch him train in the shot put and discus, you'll see a very, very focused individual, individual that understands, everything, I won't say everything there is to understand about what he's doing, but he is a student of his not sport, but his event. He's a student of his events. And so he's competed on the national level as well as the high school and state level. And he's just a sophomore, man. He's done some things. He's outthrown me in what I threw as an adult, as a kid, as a college athlete.
As an anytime.
As anytime,
Right.
and it's just been fun to sit back and watch him and Coach OJ and his mom and dad and his throwing mates. Just watch them, sharpen, each other and compete and do all of that. So I've enjoyed it. We get 2 more years to watch this young man do what he does, and I'm so excited about it.
When you talk about the technique and the study and all of that, it doesn't surprise me, for one, or anybody that follows along with it as well, because that's the same approach that you had to the offensive line, technique, and that's the same approach now that you've made the move as well. But your study of it, I think you probably, not saying watch film in there, but I think work on your technique as much as you do actually throwing. Is that fair?
Yes, sir, it is.
Look, what do you think? What did you take from Hunter in that and throwing? Because he started a little later, didn't he? He wasn't. He didn't come as a freshman. So did you? I mean, did you get out there and say, "Hey, look, I'm doing this because Hunter did it," or was it something you wanted to do? How'd you come about throwing shot in the discus?
Yeah, it definitely was because of him. I wouldn't be here without it at all. And he's the reason I'm throwing this far right now. He made all the mistakes. He made all the mistakes in coaching and stuff, and I'm benefiting from it right now.
Look, you got to love that. So the bond is there. You guys, I know how tight of a relationship that you have. You're still talking before, after the meets and saying, hey, look, here's what we're doing, here's what we did.
Yes, sir. We are.
What was the feeling there on the podium? You got that individual state championship in the discus on there, too, when you're up there and you knew that hey, we did this.
Well, it felt great, but if I'm being honest, I didn't perform how I wanted to. So
another thing that doesn't surprise me about, because I don't think anybody's more critical of themselves than you are.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
And look, it doesn't matter what event, what sport it is, football, track, whatever it is. What is it at such a young age on there? Because you had this as a freshman too. I mean, you could see anybody that spent any time with you at all can tell that. Where'd that come from?
I couldn't really tell you. I mean, mostly internalized. I feel like I'm a very driven person, and then this is how I am, I guess.
Look, I love it.
I can tell you, man, that the Rivette family is a melting pot of discus and throws, man. They love it as a whole, and you can tell it by the whole family being, out at the discus ring or the shot put ring and having a discus ring in their backyard, that says a lot about it. And so I think it's one of those instances where, as a family, you get a chance to spend all this time, and you spend all this time doing something that you enjoy doing, and you grow as an athlete, but you also grow as a family, and you get to love on each other and go through these, the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of a sporting event as a family, man. And I think that's a huge thing, and I think it's part of the success of the two Rivette young men as they get to go through this journey, as Hunter is still throwing at the college level,
yep.
And Carter going through his high school experience. So it's just, fun to watch that family as a unit go through and do this. And I couldn't be more happy that they're a part, we're all in this together, but also that I get a chance to sit back and watch them, do what they do. As a whole, that throwing unit is so close, not just the Rivette family, but Coach OJ, Coach Skip, and Nyla, and all of them. They're a group that's very, very close knit, and it's fun to watch it. I go over there every now and again just to to sit and enjoy their company and watch them go do what they do. You know, it's just fun.
Have the letters started coming for college folks that are interested in you going and
A little bit.
they have. What's your thoughts? I know it's early on. You've still got you're just now halfway through your high school career on there too. But what's your thoughts beyond that? I know your brother went to Tech is where he went to throw.
He went to Tech and he transferred to UT Tyler.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. What's your thoughts long range?
Well, college, obviously go through that, but one day I would like to compete in the Olympics. So.
Look, I love that. We'll cut this clip up too and save that
No
for
doubt.
sure. No doubt about it. But and I think, Coach, correct me if I'm wrong. And I go back to an earlier point on there. It's not just going out there and throwing it. I mean, there's a lot of technique to it. I'd throw it into the cage behind us is what I'd end up doing with it. But what little things do you say, you know what, I did this, I need to improve and do this next year? What's that? What are some things that you say, you know what, I want to improve on?
Well, I think right now, best thing to improve on is obviously technique, but speed overall. Speed and strength, I need to work on this offseason right now.
There you go. Coach, final thoughts on Carter and what he's meant and the fact that you got 2 more seasons with him?
Yeah, well, I'm excited about those 2 more seasons, and it's one of those instances where you want to get more people around him so we can go have a chance to go fight for a men's title or a boys' title before he walks out of the door. So I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited about him as a young man and maturing and what could possibly happen with him. And one day when he goes to throw at the Olympics, I'll get a ticket and get to go see him throw.
Look,
Yeah.
we'll all go. Absolutely, we will.
Right.
Is there another event that you add on, or is this getting shot about? Is that's where it's going to stay?
Probably will stay there, but maybe the hammer throw in college.
Okay, yeah, that's right, because they don't have that in high school.
They do
right?
not.
There you go. Is that something Hunter's picked up? Is he doing?
He is. He
Yeah.
actually got third at conference.
Really?
His conference.
That's awesome. Now, I guess it's some of the same technique as the discus, or is it?
No,
not
it's
at all.
pretty different. It's all connected, but it's definitely more different than the rest of them.
It's scary to me.
It is scary.
Sky's the absolute limit. Carter Rivette, looking forward to following you again in your junior and senior years. Certainly looking forward to seeing you out there on the gridiron with the Trojans in football season. But congratulations on your state championship, my friend, and we're looking for
Thank you.
many more out of
sir.
it. Guys, we'll be
Definitely.
right back with our next one. Don't go anywhere. And there we go, another field competitor joins us in here. Nyla Stewart will step in. State champion, you should say. Look, it's part of that individual state championship and that state champion overall team. So congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so it was discus was the state championship. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. How long have you been throwing?
Since the 7th grade.
Oh, wow. You've been at it a while. Coach, how is it, the knowing what you had there, knowing it, I mean, because you were telling me 4th best in Louisiana history, is that right?
Yeah, we found that out today. Well, I found it out today. She's the 4th best throw of 148.2 was the 4th best throw in Louisiana history, man. And I think that's huge.
I have to ask, what's 1, 2, and 3? How far away is that?
1 and 2. Well, 1 is 169, and then 2 is like 148 something with some change.
So you go from 169 to 148?
Yeah.
Who was the 169?
Someone in the 80s.
Goodness gracious, was it lighter then or heavier, or was the distance shorter? My word.
Yeah.
But well, congratulations on that. I think that's awesome, Coach. Again, we talk about hard workers, and we've seen the effort that she puts out playing basketball too. I mean, it's definitely another multi-sport star.
Yeah, that's right. And like what she does behind the scenes, and a lot of the throwers goes unnoticed by a lot of people. But just so happens that the discus ring is on my way home, so I would see them out there, most times longer than everybody else, getting their throws in. So
you leave, and they're still out there working?
Yes, yes, I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I kind of deal with the sprinters for the most part. Coach OJ and the Rivettes, they deal with the throwers, and so a lot of times when we're done, them sprinters ain't gonna last for 2 hours.
Right.
But those throwers, man, they get a lot of reps in. They do a lot of stuff to work on their technique and stuff, and it's a lot of fine tuning. And all right, go throw again. Let's see if we can, And so by the time we're done, they're either transitioning to the other side or they've been on a discus or shot put for this entire time. And obviously, it's more than one person using one ring. And so what's special about it is you get a chance to watch the other person throw. She gets the chance to watch Carter or Alyssa or whoever's throwing, and then you can go off of what they do and also help yourself in critiquing and all of that. So it's a pretty cool thing, when you sit back and watch it. I enjoy it. I threw a little bit.
Nyla, what do you think? You said you've been throwing since 7th grade. What's been the biggest progression since then? What are you doing different now than you were doing then? You said, oh boy, this made all the difference.
What am I doing now? Someone took a chance on me, so Coach Rivette came up to me, and that really made the difference, and I really started to take throwing serious. So last year, I just wanted to have fun with it. I didn't think I was going to go to college for it, and then this year I was going to build off of last year, and this year I knew I wanted to be the state champ, and that's really what made the difference. And coming up in 3rd last year really made me want to go for it all. So I was just like, let's just work hard in the off-season, work hard in the in-season, and see what we can do with it.
And so you mentioned college in there too. What's that look like for you next year?
I've signed to ULM for track and field, so I'll be throwing on the next level. Hopefully I can pick up all 3 and continue to pursue all 3. And I really want to make an impact in that conference.
Look, what was it that you said it was last year you didn't even have throwing in college on your mind? Was it the 3rd place at state when you said, you know what, I can be better than this and I can get myself into college? What switch flipped?
It was definitely last year, like you said, the 3rd place. The flip switched. But the previous year I got injured. I fractured my ankle. So I was like coming back, battling an injury, coming back from that. And to say that I battled that injury with such a short season, I was just like, I can do this. Right. I can really pursue this and make it to the next level.
Does your time in basketball and your conditioning there help you out at track?
It definitely does. And I will say props to Coach Jimmy because he has helped me mentally become stronger, not only just in the gym, but with what I'm doing and how I pursue my sport now.
I love it. Which practice does your coach scream more at, basketball or track and field?
Basketball for sure.
Look,
Basketball.
that was a softball question, no pun intended. But yeah, basketball. It may get a little exciting on there. When you found out that ULM was it, I know it was a great decision there to. What do you think? The state championship there, going on to the next level. What do you think you'll take back out of your time here at Ash?
I think going to the next level. Definitely going to the next level. It's something, now I have more time to work on my craft, perfect my craft. I have 4 years to go and chase it, maybe even 5. But I have 4 years to go make a lasting impact somewhere. So definitely college is going to stick with me a lot more.
Look, I absolutely love it. It's been a tremendous career that you've had. I know graduation was just, what was it, last night? Or,
Yes.
this is, I forget. Well, yeah, it was. So congratulations on that, and looking forward to a tremendous future for you. Coach, final thoughts on Nyla?
I hate I'm losing her. We talked about it in the awards that I hate we're losing her. That, we got a lot of points walking out, and we got to find some people to fill those shoes. The time here is really been, I've really enjoyed, having her on the team and what she's, just her work ethic and other people getting a chance to see it. I appreciate that. And if you don't know, like, this young lady is a jack of all trades. She's a swimmer. She's a basketball player. She's a photographer. I mean, she does a little bit of everything, man, and she does it at a high level. So I'm super impressed with this young lady, and I'm super excited to see where her college.
But before you get out, let me ask you that. And we've talked to several people. It's generally been during when we've done our football talks that we've had. But he brings up a great point that you're doing a little bit of everything. Too many times nowadays you see people just get focused, and they're not enjoying being a young person, a young man, a young woman. They're not enjoying their time on there too. How has that been important to you to be able to say, you know what, I just want to enjoy life?
I think one way that I really emphasize on enjoy life is by doing everything. It gives me people to meet from every space. So I know people who do pretty much this thing, that thing, basketball, photography, swim. So it just allows me to basically be a friend of the world. So just not confine myself to one space, and it allows me to enjoy life more, live life more.
The future is bright for you, young lady. I had no doubt about it. Congratulations on a tremendous career, and good luck next season over there at ULM, and we'll be following your career.
Thank you.
Coach, we'll get another one. We'll be back after this. Guys, don't go anywhere. We are celebrating our champions tonight here at Walk-Ons. It is Pack the Patio night, and you guys did a tremendous job at that. We'll be right back. Back we go, and the champions just continue. We are here with Noelle Williams, and congratulations on a tremendous season, tremendous career.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Coach, first, some opening thoughts on Noelle.
So Noelle is almost like a coach. Like right now, like she's almost a coach with us. She's been around Obviously, this is her 4th year, but she's competed so much for us. She's competed at a high level so much for us. Noelle is one of those ones who can coach her particular events, specific events, just as well as her coaches coach her event. And so I've always heard that that's the ultimate tale of you understand what you're doing is that you're able to teach it. And so she's like a player coach, so to speak. And, she'll be going to Tulane after high school. And high school is over now.
Right, yes, graduation that's right.
She'll be going to Tulane, to go compete in college and get her academics and all of that. And so I'm just looking forward to what the future holds for Noelle.
Tell us a little bit about your high school career, some of the accomplishments that you've had through there.
So my freshman year, I went into it with long jump and triple jump. I was pretty decent and hardworking. My dad was my coach, so I've been doing both events for a really long time.
Right.
And so freshman year was pretty successful for me. I made it out of regionals for long jump and almost placed the state, I think, in long jump, but not for triple jump. And then sophomore year, I got injured, and it wasn't really a good season for me. It took me a while to bounce back.
Right.
And then junior year, glory to God, I just had the most insane season of my life. I PR'd in both long jump and triple jump by like a few feet. I broke the school record in long jump my junior year with a jump of 19 feet 5 inches, I want to say.
Right.
And in triple jump, I got a personal best of around 38 feet, I want to say as well. And I made it to state, and I placed second at state in both events. So it was just amazing. It was such a blessing because I prayed that I would get my redemption from sophomore year, and that it was just all a part of God's plan. It was all a part of my testimony.
Look, I absolutely love that. The triple jump technique just boggles my mind. Long jump, I'd have to jump twice to get 19 feet, and that's still going to be close. But triple jump, what was it that makes you say, you know what, I can figure that out. I can do that.
So I actually remember the first time I ever triple jumped. It was back when I was maybe like 11 or 12.
Right.
I was working out at the Pineville track, actually. But this was before I went to high school.
Right.
And my dad, he was like, hey, you're old enough to do triple jump now. Do you want to try it out? And I'm like, I guess.
Now, did he show you?
Yes.
He demonstrated
He demonstrated it. This is back when he was younger. So,
Look,
so he didn't get injured.
Look, I didn't say that. That came. But I guess you could say.
Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad. You could say that. That's quite all right. No, tremendous family that you have too. It's just an amazing family. But so you watch him do it, and you're like, I don't know about that.
It was exactly those were probably my exact words, and I just got on the track and I did I know it was bad, but my dad told me we can work with that. So we just kept perfecting it, kept going, and eventually I just got to where I am after years of work.
Can you out jump him?
No, definitely not. I still can't.
Wow.
If he takes maybe a couple of weeks, he'll need a little bit of time for some PT.
Get the rust off.
Yeah.
I get it.
He could probably out jump me maybe by like a couple of inches.
All right. So one of the questions now, you've got a very musical family too.
Yeah.
Do you play anything?
I sing, and I'm learning how to play the piano and the electric guitar, but I produce.
I got you.
Mainly.
Look, with all the artists that you have in there, I know your grandpa certainly does a great job with it. Your dad, we've heard him as well. They do a wonderful job doing what they do. All right, who's got better footwork? You? Hold on. I'll give you a question. You or Noble?
Okay, this depends. Are we talking about dancing or like athletics?
We're talking athletics. I don't know.
That's
We'll
what
wait till
I'm saying.
football season before we talk about Noble and dancing. I don't think that we want to get into that right now.
He's one big muscle. just imagine that. But footwork, definitely Noble, I'd say. I'd be watching him at practice, and all I hear is us, 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 and he just moves like a lightning bolt. He got me with that. All I can do is run in a straight line and jump.
Look, there's nothing straight line about that triple jump.
Oh, you're not
have
lying.
My son did that one time, and he's like, Dad, I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore. And I was like, yeah, no, I get it. And I couldn't show him how to do it because, again, I fell after the hop or the skip, whichever one it is. So, see, I can poke fun at myself on there. What was it about Tulane? Very educated, and no doubt the education side of it, too, because your family just exudes that. But what was it that settled in and said, you know what, I'm going to go compete for them?
So it was just a series of godly miracles. I'll tell you that was definitely one of the playing factors. Before I got the offer from Tulane and a couple of other offers, I did not know where I was going to college at. Everything happened in the span of like maybe one day.
Wow.
And so whenever I heard I got an offer from Tulane, like I'd heard about Tulane, I'd never considered it as a
Right.
school to possibly jump at.
Right.
So it was like just wow. I was blown away kind of. And then I was even more blown away whenever I went on the campus. I talked to the coaches, and I managed to talk to some of the team members.
Right.
And their energy was just incredible. They loved it at Tulane. They talked about how people who go to Tulane, they never leave. Like, you'll have some transfers.
Right.
People who go to Tulane don't leave. Their track program is just incredible. They really care for their athletes. And then it's in NOLA. So, what?
Look, I don't know the name of it, but there is a hamburger place that's not far off the campus. So when you find that, go in there, and the onion rings are incredible.
Ooh.
I hate that I don't know the name of it, but I remember the onion rings, and that was several years from there. So I'm looking forward. What are you going to study there?
So I plan on majoring in psychology and minoring in criminal justice, and then I'm going to go to law school right after, or hopefully stay at Tulane.
Coach, does any of this surprise you?
No, none of it surprises me. She could go in several different directions if she wanted to, but it doesn't surprise me that she's going into to law and criminal justice and all of those good things.
Look, I absolutely love it, and I know you've got a tight-knit bunch that won the state championship this year. But how cool is it going to be to keep up with them at these different schools that they're competing at all around the country?
It's crazy. It's like it's honestly so surreal, and just it's incredible because you get to watch them grow and grow with them. It's just a blessing. It's everything is just a blessing to be a part of.
Look, I absolutely love it. Coach, final thoughts?
I'm going to miss Noelle tremendously. She was the leader of the team, both boys and girls side. It was fun to listen to her get on the Noble sometimes at practice. But I'm going to miss her. But I'm going to enjoy watching her excel at the next level. So.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you too, Coach Free.
Yes, ma'am.
And y'all, Coach Free is the best coach I've ever had. This guy really cares about his team and his coaches and all this. He cares. And that's one thing I know y'all probably already know this, but Coach Free cares, and you can tell by the product of the team.
There's no doubt about it. 3 things I've learned from tonight in this segment of the interview. Fabulous young lady. There's no doubt about that. That your dad is old and rusty, and that your brother can't dance. That's, among a lot of other things, that takes us out of this segment. Noelle, thank you so much. You're going to do great things on there. Yes, this does stay up, so you'll be able to go back and see all of the times that we referred to it there. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
practice.
And we are back, and look, this is a bigger group because this must be the relay team, Coach.
This is absolutely one of the relay teams. This is the 4x200 meter relay team. This is a team that accomplished a lot of great things this year. I'll just introduce them. We have Jamaria Bird here, a sophomore. We have Amari Dupar here, a senior. We have Devin Williams right here. She's a senior. And then we have Janaya Gray, who's a sophomore.
There you go. And so you ladies, and we'll get to just say, brought your medals with you too. I need to see one of them. Nobody else brought their medals, so I gotta see one of them. Can you take that? Would you? Sorry about that. I could have asked that during the commercial before you got on, couldn't I? Let's take a look.
So this
I got to get back.
This is a medal from our awards today. We gave them out to our state qualifiers.
Okay.
They have a whole bunch of hardware that they took away from the awards today. These are some of the medals that they chose to wear, though.
All right, so take us through. You got the headset on there too. Legs in this first, second, third, fourth. How does this start? Tell me the order. Does it change?
No, sir.
It's set.
Yes, sir.
All right, who's lead off? I don't know. Do they call second and third anything, or is it just lead off and anchor?
Yeah, that's kind of lead off and anchor. It's second and third.
So second and third, you're just expected to do your job, and you don't get called anything.
Kinda.
We need to come up with something for that too. So take me through who's first, second, third, and fourth.
She's the first leg. I'm the second leg. Devin is third, and Janaya is fourth.
All right, I can see. So much for lead off and anchor. It's just first, second, third, fourth. All right, mindset, getting started. You're the first one that comes out of the. Can you hear me or no? Yes, sir. Okay. All right. So, I mean, there's a lot of not to put. You're just a sophomore.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so don't remember this pressure thing next year. But I mean, there's pressure on each leg, but you've got to get out to a good start on there.
Correct.
What's the thought process that says, you know what, let's go?
Well, being first leg, my goal is to get into Amari. I'll be worried about making up the stagger, but just really getting into her and getting out the blocks really good.
I love it. And so this makes it great, too. Handing this, they ought to be able, now don't drop the headset when you pass, because that's one of those things. You got to make sure it's there, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, is there a word, when you're there, what's saying, hey, look, I'm here?
We just really go based off our steps, trusting in each other with the handoff.
Is that what makes them champs, Coach?
Yeah, so yeah, we do silent handoffs. We don't we don't make any calls. Everybody's making calls, so we've adopted silent handoffs. And so based off of our steps, when they're supposed to leave and when they're supposed to hand is supposed to come up, that's kind of how we do it.
I got it. So, okay, so you're second. Let's hand it off. See how it look? I was silent the whole time, and you see how easy that went? I'm learning, Coach.
Looked like a clean exchange.
Look, it was perfect. All right, you're able to sit and watch this going on. You see her; she got a great start. She's making up the stagger. She's got it. She's coming. What's in your mind now as you're ready and you see her coming?
When I see
Hurry
her
up.
coming, I have in my head, I gotta go.
Right.
Whatever she gave me, that's what I have to hold and give to Devin.
Because that 4x2 is pretty quick.
Yes, sir.
That's a pretty. You don't have time to make up a lot of it. You've got to go.
Yes, sir.
In there. All right. So now you're coming around. You're finishing, I guess, with your 50th. That would be, and you're getting ready. So we're gonna hand this off again. Watch silent. There's not been a faulty exchange yet. The pressure is on our anchor, though. I can see she's going to have to bring us there. No doubt about it. All right, so you've seen a couple of legs run already. You've seen first, you've seen second, and now you probably have she's coming to you. What's the process in the third spot? Because you've got to get it from second, but you got to get it to fourth.
Right. My first thought process is like I got to get out fast, like get out hard and make sure I keep my lead. And the already start separation happens in second leg, and then third leg is when you make sure more separation happens. So fourth leg, she can go ahead and just get out of there and make sure no one ever catches her. So,
how much time do y'all spend together working on this and just being a unit?
Honestly, like all week. Like our practice starts from Monday, and we practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the meets usually happen on Friday. And we just are always with each other 24/7.
So you're up on the podium for the state championship. How was that?
Oh my gosh, it was so cool. Like we got up there and we did it. Like we we were up there and we knew that we won everything. It was just really cool to experience.
All right, so it's short because this is the 200. You're getting ready to hand it off now. You see it coming. You've got you a little bit of lead. You got to bring this home, okay? All right, let's hand this off one more time. I'm so glad that y'all didn't drop that just for effects anywhere in there. That would have really just set it up on there too. Okay, so it takes a little bit of a mindset to run these short races. I think any of them, but now you've got it, and knowing that you've got a little bit of a lead, you got to you're heading to the tape. What's that fourth leg like?
The fourth leg is really based on my girls, like the way they come in. I really don't have to do too much. I get out hard and I just hold everything that they, like the lead that they got for me, I just hold it and I keep running. I finish through the line, trying to give us the best time because basically my leg depends on the time that we finish because when I finish it's our time. So I go and I just get out hard, I work and push, get to the finish line. That's all I can do.
Look, I've got to think there's a little bit of a mental aspect to each one of these things because all four of you have a job to do, and all four of you have to do that job correctly on there too. So what kind of thought process goes into, you know what, you see, you hear baseball players, basketball players, softball, they're seeing the race in their minds. Is that something you guys do?
Yes. Going into the 4x2, we knew that we had it. We knew we could go win gold. It was just mentally preparing ourselves at the practices and working hard, trusting our training, just going out there and dominating the competition. That was the goal.
So what do you do as sophomores to come back in? Because the two seniors will be gone next year, and you'll have a couple of more that come in and join you on there too. You'll be a junior at that point, one of the upperclassmen. What is that like?
Getting back to work. That's all that is. Going back to work, getting back in the lab, getting the upcoming freshmen, everybody, getting them in shape, going to win it again.
I absolutely love it. Coach, thoughts on this 4x2?
Well, this has been extremely easy. This year has been extremely easy to coach this group. You know, they were veterans, as probably the most veteran group that I've had. Like, they had a lot of reps where, you know, they had a lot of reps together, you know, and so it made it easy, you know, as far as handoffs and steps and them trusting each other. We came up with our own little term going into our relay races to make sure that we didn't leave early and do all of this stuff, that we took care of the baton. But this group has been easy to work with, and this group actually, I guess we can't technically say we broke the state record, but we did run a faster time than the state record earlier in the year. We just didn't do it at the state track meet.
I got you.
At one point they were the number 7 ranked 4x2 team in the nation, and I think that's an incredible feat, and I'll brag about it for a long time. I'll brag about this group.
Absolutely. So the two seniors, we'll finish up with you ladies too, if you want to. You've never handed the baton the other way, have you?
I
have you?
Yes.
Okay, well then there you go.
Let's do it.
Look, that was perfect. So we'll talk to the two seniors that are on there too. You finished up state championship on there. What does that carry over into? What does that carry? Oh, I guess I'm talking. She's got it.
Sorry.
What is that? Did you drop that?
No. Got stuck with my finger.
Okay. Well, there's all the work we did just going on there. What is you leaving here? Great career. Graduation, of course, was just was it last night? The other night. Your time here at Alexandria is over with. What does the future bring for you?
Well, I'm headed to ULM to run track there, and I'm really excited because track has brought me like a lot of happiness, especially in high school. Like, I never thought I'd love it as much, and to think that I can be able to do it in the collegiate level, it's so cool. I get to continue doing what I love and make new friends along the way, and it's just so exciting.
ULM's loading up. That's the second ULM that I've heard about too. Well, congratulations on a great career on there too in your state championship. And we'll ask you the same thing. There you go. You got it. What life after high school? What does that look like for you?
So I'm committed to Northwestern State University,
love
and
it.
I'm running track there.
Right.
And my expectations there is to just go there and work and earn a spot on the team. That's my expectation.
We asked Noel this question a little bit earlier. Seeing all of your teammates around the country that are going on and doing this, are a lot around the state. Some are getting out further than that. But what is that feeling going to be like when everybody you're watching each other be successful?
It's a good feeling. I mean, we all did this together. Like, we're a family at the end of the day. So to see everybody be successful in what they're doing and to do what they love,
it's a good feeling.
I love it. Congratulations to you, ladies, and best of luck to you in the future. First leg gets to finish this off, too. We'll finish with you. Mindset going in as a junior, and we asked that a little bit earlier, too. You're going to have 2 new teammates on there. That level of expectation is to repeat.
Yes, sir.
When does that start?
My mindset going in is just to be a leader and help the other girls on the team. You know, just to do good. And, yeah.
I love it. I love it. At least I love the fact that they're such a unit, and they all know don't have to say a lot. Just go take care of business. Congratulations, ladies, on your state championship, and best of luck to our seniors on your time there at ULM and at Northwestern.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thought that ovation out there was for Coach Ham as he joins us on here too. But Coach, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
Glad
know,
to be
look,
here.
we're over here. Yeah,
My bad.
That's all right. All right. So when Coach, we talked to Coach Free a little bit earlier, and he said that you were handling the distance running.
Oh yeah.
And I said, when did that happen? Because as an old lineman, you didn't see a lot of the distance out of you.
No, not at all. It was about whenever I first started over there at Ash, Coach Free said he needed somebody to help with the distance or whatever. And it was that or go help with powerlifting. And I was like, I'd rather not give my Saturdays up.
Right.
So I started learning some distance, got connected with a guy that knows, like he's a distance guru and everything, and he's been a lot of help for sure.
All right, so introduce who you have here. 2 of you. Now, if y'all are do y'all run both legs? I mean, are y'all all 4, you 2, or do y'all have help?
Yes, sir, we do have help.
Because I'd say that's pretty talented. You can, yeah.
I'm Madeline Davis, and I ran 4th leg.
Okay.
I'm Makira Keys, and I ran 2nd.
Okay,
I ran
and
3rd.
She ran 3rd leg.
Okay. So when you handed the baton off, how many people were left?
Don't make her count.
Okay, 1. I'm sorry. That's okay. So only 1 senior, though. Is that you?
Yes,
You're
sir.
the senior on there too. All right, let's visit with you. Your time here at Alexandria Senior High. You finish off with a state championship.
Yes,
on there.
sir.
It's got to cap off a pretty good career.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
It was challenging. I would say we went through a lot of ups and downs, but I'm very glad that we finished off with the championship. And I didn't really expect to do it, especially in my freshman year. I was an alternate at state. Then sophomore year, I only ran the 4x8. Junior year, only ran the 4x8. And then senior year, I ran 2 events, and then we ended up finishing with the state championship. So I was very honored to be on the team and being part of it.
And the rest of the members of it are what classes?
Freshman and a sophomore. Evelyn Woe, freshman, and Sophia Rice, sophomore.
And you are
A junior.
a junior. Okay, so you'll be the lone senior next year.
Yes, sir.
There you go. What do you take into next season to build on this?
Just, I just need the motivation and the mindset to go in with a good attitude and just to finish off strong.
When you run with a great leader on your team like this, does that help you a little on what you're going to pass down to those younger players that are coming up?
Yes, it helps me a lot because she's influenced me a lot over these years, and I'm going to miss her a lot.
Did they ever just call you the old person? Because were you?
They do. They just called me old.
I could have. Coach, working with this group, and you two run the 4x400 as well,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So you each 100 on that, and then 200 more. That's that's something. So the group that was here ran the 4x2, and then this one gets a little bit longer. It's got to be, Coach, a little bit different thought process, knowing that it's not just the 50 yards, but there are some longer distances.
Oh, yeah, it's just about breaking down all the different paces for sure. Just trying to break it down to, 4 200 increments for them so they go into that mentally. So they got 35 seconds for this 200, 35 seconds for the next 200, then let's go close strong and go attack that third 200.
Look, I love it. When you see that the ribbon is there and nobody's in front of you and you're going to go out there and win it, what's going on in your minds at that point?
Wait, what?
All right, so look, you're in the front.
Yeah, you're in the
You're in
front.
the front, you got the lead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's in your mind?
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now?
you see, you've got you're there. You're about to win this thing, and the state championship's coming. I mean, what's going on?
That's probably the most nerve-wracking thing because it's like everybody's behind you and now you're worried like all these people can come and pass me up. But I would say it's very motivating to know like now it's riding on you and you just have to keep pushing and go through so you can win.
I just think of it as I have to go, I just have to keep pushing because I can either do really bad or do really good, and this is my last time doing it, so I have to push.
Yep, are you going to hear that sound?
Okay, what is that sound?
That's where you get the hawk down.
Uh-oh. Do y'all hear that much?
Nah,
No.
we try not to.
I've heard it before.
Look, it's true. So after high school, what's college look like for you, or what's life after high school?
I'll be going to ULL majoring in biology. I'm not too sure if I want to run yet or walk on the team, but I visited a school, Centenary, to see if I wanted to run there, but I'm leaning towards not running there and just going to ULL. But if I were to get offered, then I would take the opportunity.
I got you. Look, I love it too, and they're getting a lot of good ones on there as well. So now back to work. You've got one to replace that's on there. What do you look for in that? Or is it hey, you got some big shoes to fill. You're coming on this as the lone person on this team. We won state last year. You got to pick it up. Do you have somebody in your sights that you're looking for?
We do. We have a bunch of people. Anybody can come and do it because we're just amazing.
She says yes, and you say who, and she gets right out of that quickly.
All right, this the player. So Kira's going to step into the Maddie role.
Okay.
All right, she got to go 220 or better.
Right.
All right, then we got somebody that's going to go Evan's going to go under 220. All right, then Sophia's going to go under 225. And then I would just need somebody to go 228, 226.
And you'll be just fine.
We'll be just fine in the 4x8. So anybody out here on the team, anybody the halls of Alexandria Senior High,
recruit the hallways.
226 or better. We need it.
But y'all have it already. You've got it already figured out who's coming.
Yes, sir.
All right, you can just share that news with him later. That'll be fine. Ladies, congratulations on your careers. We're looking forward to more out of you. Great job this season, and you'll always have that state championship with you. Your name will be throughout the halls of Alexandria Senior High. Great job.
Sir. Thank you.
Coach, distance, you continuing with that? Is there anything you add to the repertoire?
Oh, yeah, who knows? May try to go learn some shot put or something out there. No, I'm just going to be the distance guru and then just drive the bus.
I love it. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you had a tremendous time out here tonight. We're going to let y'all get up. Coach Free is going to come back and join us, and we'll wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back here for our final segment. It was Pack the Patio night, and the athletic director did the job he said he was. He said he was not getting on camera tonight and snuck out before anything. So there you go. Delighted to have you guys here, and it's weird not talking about football, but we're talking about that state championship, Coach.
Yeah, man, what an accomplishment. You know, we've been at this. I've been here for 10. Is it 8 for you?
No, 9.
9 for Coach OJ. You know Coach OJ is
Absolutely.
my brother, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like,
I don't guess I did.
Like we're brothers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so,
did I not? How did I not know that? No, I had to know that.
Yeah.
I had to know that.
So it's been an accomplishment, man. We talked about, my first year coaching at Bastrop, 2007 was the last year that they won. It was the third of the 3 state championships that they won in football. So
right.
I walked in and we won a state championship, got a ring. And we talked about, how this was during football season. If we won one, how it would feel, because we put, a lot more work, a lot of the leg work. We did a lot of the leg work as opposed to just walking in and getting one. And so for us to be able to get a group of kids together to go down and win one, now we get that feeling of, we put the work in, with a group of kids, and we were able to come out on top in the toughest division in Louisiana. So it's been exciting.
Look, Coach, and what you brought to it as well. Give me your thoughts on this season and what you saw out of it.
I thought it was a really good season. We have a bunch of kids that were really focused. They got a taste of what it was like the year before, and they all came back really hungry, from long distance, the sprinters, the throwers, everybody was hungry and stayed locked in the entirety of the season.
Seeing the conditions, seeing them battle through mentally what they went through too in order to pull it together and do that. I got to think as coaches, yes, the trophy's great. Nobody can take that away from you. But seeing these kids mature into adults and make adult, not decisions, but moves into competing and being competitors, it's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, it does. It does make you feel really good to see, see them grow up. You get them as freshmen. The kids aren't sure about, a bunch of things, and then you get to watch them grow into young ladies and young men and accomplishing things on their way through. It's really a special thing to see.
Look, I love it, and it was so cool getting to visit with some of the young ladies that are on there, because you can just tell that they realize that this is one small part of life. This isn't life, but to see them know that they're going to be the ULMs and Tulane and Northwestern and Georgia and those things. Man, you're able to follow these. You talk about some of those other sports, but track is putting a lot of kids in college.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. We have a lot of kids that are competing at the next level already. We have 3 or 4 on the team at UL. We got 1 on at LSU. We got 1 on at Northwestern. We got UT Tyler. We got kids a little bit of everywhere, man, and it's fun to see them at the next level. Where they're out and they're doing their thing at the college level. They got a different color jersey on, but it's still family at the end of the day. And the great thing about winning this championship together is that this will be a memory that we'll all have together for the rest of our lives, and nobody will be able to take that away, and I think that's awesome.
Can't take that trophy away at all. There's no doubt about it. All right, so the recruiting side of it or the signing side of it, is that a more of you get this time, this level is here. You get this time, this level, or this distance. Is that kind of how the recruiting side of it goes?
Yeah, so it's all about, how many points you can score in conference.
Right.
It's kind of how it boils down. And so at the bigger schools, you have to run faster times. You got to throw farther. You got to jump further in order to score points at conference. And so to go to a school like LSU, man, you have to be like the top 1% of runners. Like
right.
you don't just go run or throw or compete at LSU. And so it kind of trickles down from there. But a coach might see something in a kid that they say, oh, I can turn this kid into something. The coaches that still enjoy coaching.
Yeah.
Some programs are programs that bring kids in that can go, make them look good, for lack of a better word, and then some programs want to develop, and I enjoy the ones that develop.
I love that. Coach, when you sit back and you look at next year, I know you guys stay in contact with these young people that are out at the different level too. Are they imparting wisdom on you? Are you giving a little bit back to them, or how's that talk, that phone call?
Yeah, it goes both ways, you know. Hunter, Rivette, through Forge, you know, he's in Tyler now, which is, you know, kind of where we're from. You know, I go down and visit, and I stop by and see him if I have a chance, but he'll come back home and he jumps in like he's one of the coaches, you know, not only important to us, but, you know, the kids that we have right now as well.
We've seen that in a lot of different things because, Ham is back. Dylan. I mean, there are a lot of guys that are coming back. What is it about Alexandria Senior High that says, you know what, we just want to come and give back to the future Trojans?
I think we are a program, and when I say program, I mean Alexandria Senior High. For the most part, we're a program of relational coaches.
Yeah.
And you know, that's not like it everywhere, and it's definitely not like that at the college level. It becomes a business now more so than ever. And so as relational coaches, you build those relationships, and those relationships don't go anywhere. And so those kids that fall in love with whatever sport or that they're doing, you know, and they want to coach, they're going to come back home, you know, unless they find somewhere where they built a relationship with somebody else, you know. I'm all about relational coaches. But one thing about relational coaches, you have to let those kids know when they get ready to go to the next level that it's not going to be like that at most places at the next level. And so they prepare. But I think that's why they come back, man, because of the relationships.
Look, anybody that doubts that, and we were walking to our seats at graduation, and everybody was right there together, all of the coaches, and so that makes it easier. The prayer before the games that start, you can tell that's what's special about it, and that's what's special about the Trojan Nation. Guys, congratulations on the district championship, the regional championship, and the girls state championship. It certainly has made Alexandria proud, Central Louisiana proud, and you guys, I know, have to be proud of it.
Yeah, we're proud, man, and I can't be prouder to do it with my brother, Coach OJ, with Coach Skip, and you know, me and him been around each other for a long time. Like the Rivettes have been around for a long time, and I just can't be you know, more happy to do it with a group of people that we did it with. Coach David has been around for a long time. It's been fun to do it, you know, together.
Have y'all finally got Coach Rivette adjusted to wearing purple and gold?
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I remember he's right by the speaker too, isn't he? Yeah. I remember football season where the graphic was just purely coincidental, is all I can say about that. But no, it is true family, and couldn't have been more proud to be here with you guys tonight.
Yeah. We appreciate you.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. Guys, that's going to wrap it up here for our Pack the Patio State Championship celebration. Want to certainly thank Coach OJ, Coach Free, everybody that made their way around here, all the athletes that made it on, that came out for this tonight. Enjoy your celebration. Be celebrated. Have a plan. That's going to wrap it up for us tonight. For everybody in attendance, for our friends at Walk-Ons, thank you very much. I am Doug Gann. God bless you all.